Taking a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
This is Howard on 2nd down, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Winston sneaking it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. A give left side to Howard. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Second down following the run. They go with Howard again. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And now a first down following that long gain. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. On first down, they run with Howard. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
2nd down, 8. Now Winston. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. 3rd and long for Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. First down, Stafford here. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Stafford. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. And here now come the Falcons. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Second down, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the 2nd level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the 2nd level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Yeah, making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. ground. This time it's Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Here's Stafford now on second down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffin. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Stafford on first down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down. Second down. Here's Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Out of his end zone, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Again, it's Howard, and he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. The Falcons on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Winston. They'll set up the screen to Howard. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
The second quarter score from Cincinnati, and it's now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Bengals. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. 1:52 left to play in this second quarter. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. It's complete. Flater, right side. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. The Colts, a little bit of a surprise. They've taken the lead in that one. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
The Falcons on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Jameis now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Jameis trying to hurry his crew to the line.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Ready. White 25. Hey, check. 3 down. White 50. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
To the air again with Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And an alley to run. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 19 yards there on the pickup. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he locates Walker, complete. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. It's a little educational piece. I know a lot of people here, 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen, usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends. Behind them, the 3 are those are the linebackers. The middle linebacker, often known as the Mike, with two outside linebackers, the Sam and the Will. There's your 4-3.
Sam on the strong side, Will on the weak side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, Stafford. They set up the screen to Hill. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford, left side, and caught by Flainer. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On second down, Hill. They find some open field here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now it's Stafford. And he fires one, but incomplete. Looked like they had a window to get that in there, but a good job rallying defensively.
Excellent timing, no pass interference. The hit jars it loose, and now they force them into a decision. Do you go for it on 4th down or kick the field goal?
And Lutz's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Defense showing blitz. Now Jameis on second down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Play fake. Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Lambeau. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. To throw again. Stafford. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Well, a design run for their wideout. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, We'll step aside and be right back. The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Stafford got his man complete over the middle. That's Barrett, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. A give to Howard. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On the handoff, this is Howard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him. They stop him behind the line. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. They go counter with Howard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. To throw is Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On the ground, this is Hill. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Out of the pistol. Here's Hill. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. Again, they run with Hill. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And Lutz puts this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Winston. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They run it again with Hill. Down to the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Saints, it's a 4th win of the campaign as they get to 4-10 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.